Good evening, students. This is Dr. Steve Shield. Today is Monday, April 27th. As you know, our semester is coming to a quick closure, so please keep at it. Again, I want to thank you as a class because you've done real well overall, and I really appreciate the effort that you put forth. I've had questions, a ton of questions about Project 8v3, both from Mac users and PC users. And today I'd like to go over a solution to the first 5 steps, but this is only for the PC users. It doesn't work with a Mac computer. We can talk a lot about the Mac computer later on. So let's take a look at the instructions. Open the file. I have done that. So here's the file. I want to type in the name of the programmer. Jimmy Hoffa. I want to go up here now and save this file so I can save as, so I can get some credit for it. I better put in my name, Jimmy Hoffa. And I'll make this 2. Okay, I want to save this file. And so this is the file. Let's go back to the instructions. And I'll look at this. Okay, let's go to step 1. Start Excel and download. We've done that. We don't get any points for that anyway. Using Power Pivot, create a connection to the Power 8v3 electricity. This is an Access database. And what we're going to try to do is import the data from the Access database to our Excel spreadsheet. And they want us to do this using Power Pivot. So let's go back to the spreadsheet. Here we have Power Pivot. Go to Manage. And you notice we have many ways to get external data into our spreadsheet. And, from databases like we're going to be using, from data services, other sources, existing connections, you might have a text file, etc. But let's go to from database, and we're going to tell it we want to access database. And I want to browse and find it. Here it is. Open. Next. Okay, here I have 2 options. I can, make a query where I can get my own data from that Access database, or I can just get all the files and all the tables. So here I'm going to leave it at this. I'm going to hit Next. And then I want these 2, and I can click up here at Source Table, and that brings both of these in. I want to hit Finish. Okay, and here's our imported database. You can see down here it's got 262 records from top to the bottom. Okay, I guess we're ready for step 3. Using Power Pivot, create a pivot table in the existing worksheet. So over here, I'd like to click on Pivot Table. I want to create a pivot table. Here I have 2 options. I could have selected existing worksheet, and then it would put it on top of the documentation page. I don't want to do that, so I'll just hit New Worksheet and hit OK. Okay, so here's our power pivot table. And in the pivot table fields pane, add electricity usage field. So let's go over here. I'll hit electric usage field. We have that, and it shows up here and here. We've done that. In the billing cycles table, show street and zip fields. So let's go down to the billing cycles for the residents, and we'll get the street and the zip. So we've done that. So I guess we're ready for step 4. Edit the row box to show zip on top of the street. So we can just go down here and put this up here. So we've done that. Okay, I want to make sure I enable my content there. Change the value field setting to summarize by average. Now I can do that by coming down here. Here's the value field. Click on this value field setting, and I want to do it by average. So we can do that. In cell B1, okay, here we have a problem because I have my pivot table sitting here in cell B3, so I have an extra column here. So let me delete that. I have 2 extra rows, so I'm going to get rid of those guys. So now we have a reference to cell B1. Okay, it wants us to customize the name to average usage. So I'm going to go down here. And you can see here's the custom name. So let me just make it average usage. Hit OK. That changed the name down here in our value field, but up here as well. Format the field to numbers. So easiest way would be just hit this. Format cells. Numbers, 2 decimal places, hit OK. And I would have the numbers field. Now it says to collapse cells A2 and A3. So if we hit A2, that collapses, and then if I hit A3, we have that. Now we're ready for step 5. Let's go back to the instruction sheet. And here we find step 5. Using Power Pivot, add a column to the billing cycles table that multiplies the rate by the electricity used or usage. Okay, so let's go back to our spreadsheet. And we're on the spreadsheet itself, the documentation. I'm going to move this over to this direction here. So this is sheet 1 I don't need, so I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the manager, and I want to add a column. And that column is supposed to multiply the rate times the electricity usage. So since it's going to be a formula, I'm going to hit equal. I'm going to have it times the rate times electric usage. And then I'm going to hit enter. Okay, so here's our new column. That completes step 5. Step 6, they want us to rename the column to amount billed and then format it as currency. Well, I can easily go up here and type in the new title. Well, there we have it. Now, I'll leave it up to you to finish the spreadsheet and to format this and so forth. But anyway, if you have any further questions, give me a shout. Have a great evening and talk to you later.